Hello and welcome to today's video. Anyway, yeah, so I don't know what happened, but all of the footage from my intro is gone. Just completely off the hard drive, just disappeared. No idea. So you get this one instead. One of these days I'll have a normal intro and no editing Kate having to come in and say things, but who knows when that day will come. Anyway, today's video, I'm just recreating art that I found on the internet that I liked and was inspired by, so let's do it. We're starting off by hydrating, because it's important. Okay, so this first inspo comes from Juan Carlos Vargas, known as Vargas Madrid on Instagram. So this is the specific piece that I'm kind of inspired by. I like where it's like half a solid color for a canvas and then kind of like trash and like, again, I don't know what that texture is or what he uses, but I think it looks cool. So I'm gonna kind of do my own thing with it. I have a couple various trash items that I want to use. I have a couple pieces from a magazine. So this one's Fast Fashion Desert, which I'm like, I think that looks cool with a plastic bag. And then this like piece of a book that's like burnt, which reminded me of like what he does. So I'm gonna kind of place these things accordingly. And then once that's done, I'm kind of paint it all and then add the other paint. Does that make sense? It makes enough sense. This setup, I'm living for it. It's giving. All right. So, by the way, the song Cold War by Caution Clay has been on repeat. I actually want to play it right now. That's how good of a song it is. I've listened to it probably 100 freaking times. We're actually gonna, I'm sorry, I'm taking it off this. I need to be able to lay it out. One day I will have 2 camera angles. One day. How do we feel? So, I'm gonna pull out some gesso. See this, I love the functionality. So much more of this setup. It just works. Look, it's right here. So easy. I really like making art with trash. Did you know that fast fashion is really bad for the planet and really dehumanizing? And they actually did a study. If you were to buy the exact same item today, exact same item, exact same place, it is shittier quality now than it would have been, I think it was like just like 5 years ago, probably like 10. Isn't that crazy? It's not surprising because people are so fucking needy for consumerism and shit. See, like, part of me feels like that could be kind of cool. Do not try this at home. I am a trained professional. I love matches. I think I want to do the hot pink. So you know what's crazy? This is again also why this new setup's great. Ready? I'm like, oh, I need to get to that side. Crazy. So while we wait for this first layer of pink to dry, I'll go ahead and start the next piece. So this second piece is inspired by Kasland. I don't know if they're the person who invented this style or what, because I have seen a bunch of other people do it before. I'm using them as the reference and the base for what I want to do, because I really like how they did it. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna have mine say, "See you in hell." All right, so we got our nice red. I enjoy true crime, but also I feel like people's level of obsession. That's why I'm like, horror movies are great, because it's like, yeah, you can, you know, it's not a real person. Me being like, I love Scream, I love Ghostface. I'm like, okay, but he's not real though. So like, but you being obsessed with like Ted Bundy, that's weird. Call me crazy, but I think it's weird to be obsessed. Like, I've seen people who have like full pant, like a tattoo, like a full pant dedicated to serial killers. And I'm like, that's fucking weird. But I feel like romanticizing and fantasizing about serial killers is a little bit odd. So it's gonna say what? Should it? I think it should be like a. Still not centered. Okay, I want to do like cutesy pastel colors for the words. The sun has set, it's really dark in here. We're gonna make it work. But this is pretty much done. I'm just gonna take the tape off. So yeah, let's bring it, come on, just come on. All right, I wanna do this before the camera battery dies. Oh no. No! God, oh my. Oh, that's nice. Look at this baby. The little babies. Here he comes. There he is. It is the next day. So we have finished the 2 pieces, which can't see really because my shit's in the way. Now we are moving on to the 3rd, which is a digital one. So this next piece comes from Rebecca, and she does a lot of digital work. The piece that I picked specifically to use as inspiration, I like it a lot because I like that it's like almost like a comic book where there's a grid and images kind of coming outside of said grid. So let's go ahead and get going. Look at how much this man is shedding. So we have, is it screen recording? We have the inspiration. Now let's go over to Procreate really fast. High five, bro. It's funny because I'm like looking at this, it feels kind of like there's a story behind it. Pretty girl goes on a date, gets murdered. Okay, let's play around with some reds. Like, part of me was thinking like doing, I guess I'm gonna turn this off. Like the nice thing is I can change it. I could upload it to Illustrator and that would make it way easier to like, I don't know if that's the right shade I'm going for. We're sampling here, all right? We're sampling. Oh, okay. Flowers. Roses, crazy dinner, a TV, a graveyard, words. So I thought I was done. I'm not. I have one more idea. Just a refresher, these are the ones that we've completed thus far. I recently just watched the movie Hail Satan ? And first off, really good. Second, I'm like, Do I want to join the Satanic Temple? Satanic cults? No thank you. Satanic Temple? I just really like what they kind of stand for, and I think the movie does a really great job of explaining what they're all about, because I think there's a huge misconception because it says like, ooh, Satanic Temple, people are like, ah, Satan, evil, scary, ah. But when you learn about what they stand for and like their whole MO, you're like, oh, yeah, I kind of like that. They're very like, we're calling the establishment out for its hypocrisy, and you know, the system's a little bit rigged. That's the beautiful thing about the United States, is we welcome all and there's diversity. But when you are picking Christian beliefs and ideologies and allowing them to have their religion like on display, but you're, you know, not letting other religions showcase their, you know, monuments and statues, doesn't look very good on us for being a religious free state. They kept having signs that was like, build this wall, and it was like between the church and the state. I firmly believe that we gotta keep religion. I feel like so much conflict in the world comes from like religious tension, and I'm like, let's take a step back. And the fact that it's now so ingrained in our politics, even though like we literally say not to, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's an issue. So I'm mimicking David Shrigley, who I'm a big fan of, love his stuff. I'm gonna do something very similar to his work, but with that concept. And I'm actually thinking I might need to have it go this way. I'm not trying to get too controversial here, but I'm also like, God, people, like chill out, because I don't want to know about it. I don't care. You're entitled to believe what you want to believe. Don't force that shit on me. None of my business. I'm gonna believe what I want to believe. Okay. Here's the church, here's the steeple. Open the door to the beautiful people. I know, I can't believe I'm getting political. Damn, I'm gonna have my first controversy. Haven't even hit 500 subscribers and already people are gonna come at me. I think it should say separation between church and state. I hardly know her. But what colors do I want? Because he usually does one main color with this secondary for just like that added detail. Let's take a gander at what paint colors I have, shall we? I feel like a purple could be kind of fun. We'll do the text in, I think, this color. I don't like that shade. Could be fun. So I've been thinking about doing this new idea. I have a new idea. In which I start, every time I do a painting, I just use an old piece of cardboard as the palette, and then once the thing's done, I take the palette to the back, so then like, if let's say hypothetically I sold art and you were to buy the art, like you can see the palette that I used to make it. I don't know, I kind of like that idea. It's also very resourceful. Oh, I've had so much caffeine today. I'm feeling it now, Mr. Krabs. I guess you can sit here now. Sure. It's his house now. Here we have the final David Shrigley one. Obviously this wasn't quite me recreating art that I found on the internet, but it is recreating art, kind of. So here we have all the final pieces. What a good time this was. I don't know, I'm actually really happy with how all of these turned out. I think they all turned out really, really good. I think they all turned out way better than the previous videos, so look at me, getting better every single time. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that bing bang shaboodle, follow, comment. What'd you say? Bell notification, whatever else there is to do to help support me. You should do it, because that'd be great. Because I'm still, oop, this screen turned off. Anyway, yeah, you should do whatever you can to support me, because I'm still unemployed, and now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh, fuck. I want to be able to pay for groceries, so Maybe buy a print off my Etsy. If you want, I'm not gonna make you, but you should. See you next week.